still from the original garden is the Apothecary Rose. We did not take that out. So with the Apothecary Rose, as you can see here, they use that for anti-cancer, eye wash and sore throat, headache, chapped hands, and skin infections. The hips, the rose hips, are very high in vitamin C, so they would use that. We have echinacea growing right now, and I know a lot of you know echinacea is a good immune booster. So they would use that, and they would make teas out of that, and you can actually distill the roots and make a really concentrated liquid and ointment out of that you would ingest. We don't have golden seal in here yet, but we do have Mandara, which would be used as a cough medicine, used for acne, polis, and also can be used to induce sweating to break a fever, as well as used as an expectorant. And echinacea, I already talked about that. So that's what we're working with now. Up here would be the sniffing garden. Typically, Germans really didn't use a lot of spices and a lot of things like that, but you would have your staples. You would have sage, you'd have sage, lavender, parsley, and other similar herbs like that. And that would be in this area here. Your two lower ones would be for your food crop. And that's what we're going to do probably for next season. This will be a full functioning 4-square garden again. What we wanted to add, just like I said, back to the commemorative part of it, we want to bring people in. So as an organization, what better way to do that than honor people's success, honors people's achievements, dedication, and importance to anything. It doesn't have to be specific to the house, but a place where people can come up, enjoy the view, learn about the property, and spend some time back in history, and just enjoy the nature of what this property can be. So eventually, my vision is to expand this path to encompass a nice walking path around the property. And that's what we're going to be working towards as we continue to grow this organization. So I went through and we kind of nominated 5 bricks to start. And it's not going to end there. I have other ideas that we're going to incorporate. These first 5 bricks were donated by the Upper Lehigh Historical Society. I know we're going to have probably a couple more that the Historical Society will donate and honor some of and dedicate to certain people that spend a lot of time here and help grow this organization. But again, it's not limited to that. So we do have order forms. So if you have, for instance, a great achievement, so let me think, it's like a wedding anniversary, or someone is getting married and you want to dedicate and do something for them, you can buy a brick, and we'll have ceremonies every couple of months or once a year to dedicate to them, and that'll bring some buy-in into the Schneck House and the Upper Lehigh Historical Society. So along with that, we're going to start with this first row here. The first one that the committee and the organization nominated was Roy Sr. Not technically senior, but that's how he went by, Roy Sr. He is one of the main reasons why this house is here. They owned the house up to in the 1970s, where after Roy Jr., as he went by, really was the reason why this house is here. So the Kern family, without them, this house would not exist. This organization would not exist. It would be demolished like the updated masonry stone house was. It would not be in existence. But they spent the time. I was reading letters, and Roy dedicated this house to the Upper Lehigh Historical Society and brought it in so we can continue to have this great treasure we get to sit at today. So in honor and memory of Roy Sr. and Roy Jr., sorry, this is emotional. It is, it's really cool. We want to thank them. And by that, they're our first 2 bricks. Thank you, Ann. So, along with Roy and along with Roy Sr., Roy Jr., of another very important person that got me involved to this organization was Curtis. And he is who really got my father and myself involved to really see the importance of this house. He dedicated a lot of his time not only to our reunion, but to make sure that this house was maintained. They did a project where they were donating clapboards to the house, and you could buy a clapboard to make sure the structure would stay in existence. He spent a lot of time refurbishing this house to make sure that it would still stand. And in honor of him, we have a brick. He was a founding member of the organization and another contributor to why I'm standing here today, making sure that this house continues and prospers, and the organization itself prospers. So thank you to Curtis. He is one of the first 3 people that will be honored in our garden. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you for experiencing and taking time out of your day to come step inside part of your living history. So thank you very much.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Adam.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you.
Shirley, I just want to say that Curtis was such a gem, and we miss him. We miss him very much.
I do too. Okay.
It's over. Very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
And we have you to thank, and your family. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and I'm gonna cry too.
Oh.
Thank you for all you've done for the Schneck.
You're welcome. It was easy. It was easy.
Glad you could come.
It just happened.
And Dad, why don't you give your sister a hug?
My
This is
sister.
my dad.
Just looking around. Oh, here's
It's your sister.
this is my sister.
Yes.
We're not twins, but she's a twin.
Okay.